Naomi stands outside the massive Kang estate in Gangnam. The mansion looks like a palace. Glass, steel, manicured gardens. The kind of wealth that makes Wall Street executives look middle class. 6 months ago, she was wearing Prada and closing million-dollar deals. Now she's in a cheap black MAID uniform carrying a thrift store suitcase. But she's alive. And free. And that's worth more than designer clothes. The front door opens. A kind-faced older woman, Mrs. Song, the head housekeeper, bows slightly. "You must be Naomi Chen. Welcome. Please, come in." The interior is even more stunning. Marble floors, crystal chandeliers, art that probably costs more than most people make in a lifetime. Naomi keeps her face neutral. Can't show she recognizes the Rothko painting in the entryway. Maids from small-town Georgia don't know modern art. "The master is at his office," Mrs. Song explains, leading her through hallways. "But Sarah C. wanted to meet you first. She oversees all household, staff. Sarah C., the fiancée everyone whispers about in terrified voices." They enter a sitting room. And there she is. Yoon Sarah sits on a white leather sofa like it's a throne. Designer dress, diamond jewelry, smile that doesn't reach her eyes. She looks Naomi up and down with open disgust. "So, you're the new maid?" Her English is perfect, but dripping with disdain. "African American, I'm told. How exotic." Naomi bows respectfully. "Thank you for this opportunity, Sarah C. Let me be clear about something." Sarah stands, circling Naomi like a predator. "I run this household. The master is far too busy for domestic trivialities. You report to me, you obey me, and you stay invisible. Do you understand?" "Yes, ma'am." "Good." Sarah picks up a remote, presses a button. A hidden wall panel slides open, revealing security monitors showing every room in the house. "We have cameras everywhere. I see everything. So don't get any ideas. The threat is clear. Stay in your lane. Don't look at Minjun. Don't think you're anything more than the help." "I'm just here to work, ma'am. Nothing more." "See that it stays that way." Sarah's smile turns cruel. The last maid who got ideas about her place, she had an unfortunate accident, fell down the stairs, broke both arms. Such a tragedy. Mrs. Song gasps softly but says nothing. Naomi meets Sarah's eyes, doesn't look away. "I'll be sure to watch my step." Something flickers in Sarah's expression. Surprise? Annoyance? Most servants cower. This one stands tall. "We'll see how long that confidence lasts," Sarah says coldly. "Mrs. Song, show her to the servants' quarters and make sure she understands the rules. All of them." As they leave, Naomi feels Sarah's eyes burning into her back. Welcome to hell, she thinks. But she survived worse. She can survive this. Behind them, Sarah stares at the door. Something about that maid bothers her. The way she stood, the intelligence in her eyes, the lack of fear. She pulls out her phone. Background check, full investigation. The new maid, Naomi Chen. I want to know everything. Welcome back to Soul Heart Stories, fam. Before we dive deeper into this insane story, real question. Would you work for someone who threatened you on day one, or walk out immediately? Drop your answer below. And if you're here for evil fiancés getting destroyed by black queens who refuse to bow, smash that subscribe button. Hit the like. Turn on notifications. This story has more twists than a K-drama finale. Let's get into it. Day 3. Naomi's cleaning the second-floor study when she hears footsteps. Heavy, confident, male. She turns, and there he is, Kang Min-jun. The photos online don't do him justice. He's breathtaking. Sharp suit, sharper features, eyes that could cut glass, the kind of handsome that makes you forget to breathe. He stops in the doorway, stares at her. She bows. Sir, I'm Naomi, the new maid. I apologize if I'm in your way. You speak Korean. His voice is deep, controlled, fluently. Yes, sir. I studied for 6 months before coming to Seoul. I wanted to respect the culture. He steps closer, studies her face. Most foreign workers don't bother learning properly. They get by with broken phrases. I'm not most workers, sir. The words slip out before she can stop them. Too confident, too bold. Not how a maid should speak to a Mafia boss. His eyes narrow. No, you're not. Silence. He's still staring. She should look away. Servants don't hold eye contact with masters, but something in his gaze won't let her. What's your background? He asks suddenly. Sir? Your education, your history. I read your application. High school diploma from Georgia. But you move like someone with a postgraduate degree. You speak 3 languages, and you're cleaning my study like you're analyzing it instead of just dusting. Her heart races. He's too observant. I've always been a quick learner, sir. Books were my escape growing up. Escape from what? Poverty, limited options, the usual story. It's not entirely a lie. She did grow up with limited options, just different ones than he's imagining. He moves to his desk, opens a drawer, pulls out a book. Organizational Behavior in the Corporate Environment, Advanced Financial Analysis. Do you know what this is? She glances at it. Of course she knows. She wrote papers on those theories at Columbia. Business textbook, sir. Can you read it? I don't know, sir. Try. He hands it to her, opens to a random page. Read this section, aloud. It's a test. She realizes it immediately. He suspects something. But what? She reads, carefully, pronouncing the complex terms correctly, but pausing occasionally as if struggling, making it look like she's smart but self-taught, not MBA educated. When she finishes, he's watching her with an unreadable expression. Interesting, he says quietly. Very interesting. Sir? You're either the most educated maid I've ever met, or you're hiding something significant. He takes the book back. Which is it, Naomi Chen? She meets his eyes. Everyone has secrets, sir, even maids. But mine don't threaten you or your household. I'm just here to work, earn money, and eventually go home. That's all. And if I don't believe you, then you'll investigate, and you'll find exactly what my application says, because I made sure of it. The honesty, the admission that she anticipated investigation, seems to surprise him. Then he smiles. Small, barely there, but real. I like you, he says. You don't cower. Sarah said you stood up to her on your first day. No one does that. Should I have cowered, sir? Most do. She cultivates fear. He leans against his desk. Less boss, more human. Why didn't you? Because I've seen scarier things than mean girls with money, sir. No offense to your fiancée. He actually laughs. None taken. Sarah is many things, but mean girl might be the kindest description I've heard. Naomi knows she should leave. This conversation is too familiar, too dangerous, but she can't help asking, do you love her, sir? His smile dies. That's an impertinent question. I apologize, but no, I don't. He says it quietly, sadly. It's a business arrangement, family politics, the kind of cage wealthy men build for themselves. That sounds lonely, sir. It is. He looks at her again. Really looks. What about you, Naomi Chen? What cage are you running from? The same kind as yours, sir. Just different bars. Footsteps in the hallway. They both tense. He straightens immediately, face going cold and professional. She steps back, becomes the invisible servant again. Sarah enters, looks between them, her eyes narrow. Minjun, darling, I didn't know you were home. Her voice is sugar-sweet. And speaking with the new maid, how domestic of you. She was cleaning my study. I had questions about the organization system. I see. Sarah moves to his side, possessive. Well, I'm sure Mrs. Song can handle any household questions. Minjun Oppa is far too busy for such trivial matters. Of course, Sarah C., Naomi says quietly. I'll just finish here and leave. No need to finish. Sarah's smile is knife-sharp. I'll have one of the other maids do it. You're needed in the kitchen. Apparently, you'll be preparing tonight's dinner. I hope your cooking is better than your cleaning. The insult is clear. Naomi bows. Yes, ma'am. As she leaves, she feels Minjun's eyes following her, and Sarah's too, much colder. That night, Naomi prepares dinner, Korean fusion cuisine. She learned from watching videos, practicing in her tiny apartment. It's good, better than good. The household staff watches nervously as she plates the food. Mrs. Song whispers, Sarah C. ordered traditional Korean only. She'll punish you if it's too Western. It's fusion, Naomi says calmly, respecting tradition while adding something new. She won't see it that way. Then she doesn't have to eat it. Dinner is served. Minjun, Sarah, and Sarah's father, Yoon Tae-won, at the formal dining table. Naomi serves, staying invisible as trained. Minjun takes a bite, pauses, takes another. This is excellent. Who prepared it? Mrs. Song bows. The new maid, sir, Naomi. Sarah hasn't touched hers. I specifically requested traditional Korean cuisine. This is contaminated with Western influence. It's delicious, Minjun counters. Try it. I don't eat food prepared by unqualified help. Sarah pushes her plate away dramatically. Take it away, all of it, and bring me something proper. Sarah, Minjun starts. No, Minjun Oppa. Standards exist for a reason. She stands. Mrs. Song, have the new maid report to my sitting room in 1 hour. She needs to learn what happens when instructions aren't followed. After they leave the dining room, Mrs. Song grabs Naomi's arm. Don't go. Call in sick. Sarah will hurt you. She always does when maids disappoint her. I'll be fine. You don't understand. Last time I understand perfectly. Naomi's voice is steel wrapped in velvet. She's a bully who uses power to compensate for insecurity. I've dealt with her type before. I'll be fine. 1 hour later, Naomi enters Sarah's sitting room. Sarah sits with 2 other Korean women, friends, by their identical cruel expressions. The maid who thinks she's special, one says in Korean, assuming Naomi doesn't understand. Look at her, thinking she belongs in this house. She was looking at Minjun Oppa, another adds. Did you see? So inappropriate. Sarah smiles. Naomi, my friends were just commenting on your unique cooking style. Tell me, where did you learn to prepare food? Self-taught, ma'am, from various sources. Various sources. How vague. Sarah stands. Here's the problem. You're a guest in this country, working in this house, and you seem to think you can do whatever you want. Fusion cooking, speaking fluent Korean, meeting my fiancé's eyes. It's all very presumptuous. I apologize if I've offended. Oh, you have. Deeply. Sarah picks up a teacup. So, I think you need a reminder of your place. She throws the hot tea directly at Naomi's face. Naomi dodges. Barely. The tea hits the wall behind her, shattering the cup. Don't move, Sarah hisses. That's an order. She picks up another cup, throws it. This time, Naomi doesn't dodge, takes the hit. Hot liquid splashes her uniform, her skin. Burns. But she doesn't cry out, doesn't give Sarah the satisfaction. That's better. Stand there. Accept it. Know your place. Sarah throws a third cup, a fourth. By the fifth, Naomi's uniform is soaked, her skin burning with fresh welts. But she doesn't move, doesn't cry, just stares at Sarah with calm, cold eyes. Boring, Sarah finally says. You're dismissed, and clean up this mess before you go. Naomi bows. Yes, ma'am. As she cleans the broken porcelain, hands shaking slightly, she hears footsteps. Min-jun stands in the doorway. His face is stone, but his eyes are blazing with barely controlled rage. What happened here? An accident, sir, Naomi says quietly. I was clumsy. You're lying. Yes, sir, but it's my lie to tell. Or not. He steps closer, sees the burns on her neck, her hands. She did this. Sarah did this. Sir, don't protect her. I'm not protecting her. I'm protecting myself. If you confront her, it gets worse for me. We both know how this works. He stares at her, at the pride she's maintaining despite the humiliation. This isn't right. A lot of things aren't right, sir, but they are what they are. Why don't you quit? Leave. Because I need this job. Because I have nowhere else to go. Because... She meets his eyes. Because I don't run from bullies. I outlast them. Something shifts in his expression. Respect. And something warmer. Dangerous. You're extraordinary, he says quietly. I'm just a maid, sir. No, you're really not. He leaves before she can respond. Park Jin-ho sits across from Min-jun in his private office. The maid, Naomi Chen. You wanted a background check. What did you find? Nothing, and that's the problem. Jin-ho slides over a file. Everything checks out, too perfectly. Georgia birth certificate, school records, social security. But it all feels manufactured, like someone with serious resources built her a complete identity. Who would do that? Someone running from something big. Government protection program, maybe. Or she's a plant. Corporate spy. Law enforcement. She's not law enforcement. How do you know? Because I've seen law enforcement. They act a certain way. She's not acting. She's surviving. Jin-ho leans back. Boss, you're interested in her. I can see it. But getting involved with a household employee, especially one with a mysterious past while you're engaged, that's dangerous. I'm not interested. I'm curious. It's the same thing for you. You haven't been curious about a woman in 5 years. It's true. Since the engagement, Min-jun has felt dead inside, going through motions, building the empire, maintaining the alliance, but feeling nothing. Until Naomi walked into his study with fearless eyes and secrets she won't share. Keep investigating, Min-jun orders, but quietly. I don't want Sarah knowing. Too late. She already ordered her own investigation, hired a private investigator in the States. What did they find? Same as us. Nothing, which made Sarah more suspicious. Jin-ho hesitates. Boss, you should know. Sarah's been escalating with the household staff, especially with Naomi. Mrs. Song reported 3 accidents this week alone. Burns, bruises. Sarah's getting more brazen. Min-jun's jaw tightens. And I'm supposed to marry this woman. The alliance. I know. The alliance. The family. The business. He slams his hand on the desk. But when does it end? When do I get to live? When you're strong enough to break free. Or when you're dead. Those are usually the 2 options for people like us. Then I'll take the 3rd option. Which is? I'll make one. Meanwhile, in Sarah's private suite, she's on the phone with her investigator. Nothing? How is there nothing? Everyone has something. Ms. Yoon, the identity is solid. Whoever created it knew what they were doing. Government-level construction. If she's hiding something, it's not in her official records. Then look elsewhere. Her movements, her money, her contacts. I want to know who Naomi Chen really is. That will take time. You have 1 week, or I'll find someone more competent. She hangs up, stares at the photo of Naomi from the house security cameras. There's something about this woman. The way Min-jun looks at her. The way she doesn't break, no matter how much pressure Sarah applies. She's a threat, and threats need to be eliminated. Sarah makes another call. It's me. I need a favor. There's someone I need removed. Quietly. Make it look like an accident. No, not killed. That's too obvious. Just damaged. Scared enough to leave. Can you handle it? Pause. Good. Her name is Naomi Chen. She's a maid at my estate. I'll send you her schedule. She hangs up, smiles at her reflection. Time to remind everyone why they fear Yoon Sarah. The attack comes 2 nights later. Naomi's walking to the servants' quarters after a late night cleaning. The estate grounds are dark, quiet. She's alone. 3 men in masks step out from the shadows. Wrong place, wrong time, lady, one says in Korean. Nothing personal. They advance with bats. Naomi drops into defensive stance. Years of self-defense training kick in. She's not the helpless victim they're expecting. The first attacker swings. She dodges, sweeps his leg, sends him crashing. The second comes at her. She blocks, strikes his solar plexus, uses his momentum against him. But there are 3. And she's exhausted from a 16-hour workday. The third attacker gets behind her, raises his bat. A gunshot shatters the night. The bat drops. The attacker screams, clutching his hand. Min-jun emerges from the darkness, gun in hand, face absolutely murderous. Behind him, Jin-ho and 4 other men. Wrong estate, Min-jun says coldly. Wrong woman. Very wrong decision. The attackers try to run. They don't get far. Jin-ho's men grab them, drag them back. Min-jun approaches Naomi. Are you hurt? I'm fine. She's breathing hard but standing straight. I had it handled. You were outnumbered. I've fought worse odds. He stares at her. Who are you? Really? Maids don't fight like that. Maids who've survived dangerous situations do. Naomi. Sir, with respect, I think the better question is who sent them. He knows. They both know. Sarah. Probably, but you can't prove it. And if you confront her, I don't need to confront her. I need to send a message. He turns to his men. Find out who hired them. Then make sure everyone knows. Anyone who touches my household staff answers to me. Personally. Boss, Jin-ho warns. If Sarah finds out you intervened, let her find out. I'm done watching her terrorize people under my roof. He turns back to Naomi. You're moving into the main house, guest wing, not servants' quarters. Too isolated, too vulnerable. Sir, that's inappropriate. I don't care. Your safety is more important than appearance. People will talk. They already talk. At least this way you'll be alive to hear it. He softens slightly. Please, let me protect you. She sees the plea in his eyes. This isn't just about her safety. It's about him needing to save someone, to protect something good in his dark world. Okay, she agrees quietly, but only temporarily, until this blows over. It won't blow over, not with Sarah, but we'll deal with that when it comes. As his men haul away the attackers, Min-jun walks Naomi back to the house. They don't speak, but he stays close, protective. At the main house entrance, she turns to him. Why are you doing this? I'm just a maid. No, you're not, and we both know it. He steps closer. I don't know what you're running from. I don't know what secrets you're hiding, but I know you're brave, intelligent, strong, and you deserve better than being attacked in the dark by cowards with bats. Sir, Min-jun. When we're alone, call me Min-jun. That's not appropriate. Nothing about this is appropriate, but I don't care anymore. He touches her face gently. You've been here 1 week, and you've awakened something in me I thought died years ago. Hope, the possibility that life could be more than duty and death. I'm not who you think I am, she whispers. Neither am I. Maybe that's why this works. They stand in the darkness. 2 people with secrets. 2 people trapped in cages they built themselves. 2 people starting to wonder if freedom might be possible. Above them, watching from her window, Sarah sees everything, and she's never been more furious in her life. The next morning, Sarah calls a household meeting, all the staff assembled, Min-jun included. It's come to my attention, Sarah begins sweetly, that there was an incident on the grounds last night. An attack. How terrible. She looks directly at Naomi. And Min-jun Appa bravely intervened, saved the new maid, even moved her into the main house for her safety. The way she says safety drips with insinuation. It was appropriate given the circumstances, Min-jun says coldly. Was it? Because to me, it looks like favoritism, special treatment, the kind of treatment that makes other staff resentful. That creates uncomfortable situations. What are you implying, Sarah? Nothing, darling. Just that appearances matter. You're the head of this family. I'm your fiancée, and a black maid living in the guest wing sends a very specific message. The racism is barely veiled. Naomi keeps her face neutral, but Mrs. Song and the other staff look horrified. The message it sends, Min-jun says with dangerous quiet, is that I protect people under my roof. All people, regardless of their position or background. Of course, how noble. Sarah turns to Naomi. But perhaps the maid herself can make this easier. Naomi, wouldn't you be more comfortable in the servants' quarters? With your peers? It's a trap. If Naomi agrees, she admits she doesn't belong in the main house. If she disagrees, she seems presumptuous. Naomi meets Sarah's eyes. I'm comfortable wherever Mr. Kang believes I should be. His house, his decision. Mr. Kang, so formal. Sarah laughs. But I suppose you have to maintain boundaries, given your attraction to him. Sarah. Min-jun's voice cuts like a knife. That's enough. Is it? Because I think we should discuss this. You've been different since she arrived. Distracted. Less focused on business. More focused on household matters. She moves closer to him. Possessive. The wedding is in 3 months, Min-jun Appa. 3 months until we unite our families permanently. I'd hate for anything to jeopardize that. For both families' sakes. The threat is clear. If Min-jun protects Naomi, there will be consequences. Family war, business losses, death. Min-jun's jaw tightens, but he doesn't back down. The maid stays in the guest wing, that's final. Then I suppose we'll have to discuss this with our fathers. Let them decide what's appropriate. Sarah smiles. After all, this is about more than just us. It's about the alliance, the future. Surely you wouldn't risk all that for a maid. She's backed him into a corner, publicly, in front of the staff. If he chooses Naomi over family politics, he looks weak, ruled by emotion, unsuitable to lead. Meeting dismissed, Min-jun says shortly. Everyone back to work. The staff scatters quickly, grateful to escape the tension. Only Naomi remains. Sir, she's right. I should move back. No. But the alliance. I said no. He looks at her. Do you know what my life has been? 35 years of doing what's expected, what's required, what benefits the family. I've killed for them, bled for them, sacrificed everything for them. And what do I have? A fiancé who's cruel, a life that's empty, an engagement that's a prison. Then why not break it? Because it would mean war. Taiwan has as much power as I do. If our families turn on each other, hundreds die. Businesses collapse. Our world burns. So you sacrifice yourself to keep the peace. That's what leaders do. What men like me do. He steps closer. But then you walked in, with your secrets and your strength and your refusal to be broken. And suddenly I'm questioning everything, wondering if maybe, just maybe, there's another way. There isn't. Not for people like us. People like us. You say that like you understand, like you've lived this. She has. Different context, same cage. I understand more than you think. Then help me understand you. Tell me the truth. Who are you, Naomi? What are you running from? She wants to tell him. God, she wants to. But if she does, if he knows she has $50 million in evidence that could take down American financial criminals, he'll either use her or turn her in. Men like him always choose power over love. I'm nobody, she says finally. Just a woman trying to survive, like everyone else. You're lying. Yes, but it's the best I can offer right now. He studies her face. One day, you'll trust me. And when you do, I'll help you. Whatever you're running from, whatever cage you're in, I'll help you break free. Even if it costs you everything? Maybe especially if it costs me everything, because then at least I'll have chosen something for myself, instead of having it chosen for me. They stand close. Too close. The pull between them undeniable. Sir, Minjun, this can't happen. You know it can't. I know, but tell me you don't feel it. She can't, because she does feel it. The connection, the recognition of kindred spirits trapped in different hells, the dangerous possibility of freedom. Feeling something doesn't make it right, she whispers. No, but it makes it real, and I haven't felt anything real in 5 years. Before she can respond, footsteps echo in the hallway. They step apart quickly, professional distance restored. But something's changed, something fundamental. And Sarah, watching from hidden cameras, knows it. Time to eliminate the problem permanently. 2 weeks later. Naomi's settling into the guest wing when her burner phone buzzes, a number she doesn't recognize. She answers cautiously. Yes? Naomi Carter, or should I say Naomi Chen now? Her blood runs cold. That name. Her real name. Who is this? FBI Special Agent Marcus Wright. I've been looking for you for 6 months. Imagine my surprise when facial recognition pinged you in Seoul, South Korea, working as a maid for a crime boss. I don't know what you're talking about. Cut the crap. You witnessed your boss, Richard Morrison, CEO of Morrison Investments, committing securities fraud. You downloaded $50 million worth of evidence. Then you disappeared before we could bring you in as a witness. He tried to kill me. Your people couldn't protect me. So you ran to Seoul? To work for Korean organized crime? That's your solution? I'm hiding. There's a difference. Here's what I know. Morrison's still free, still running his scam, still destroying lives, and the only witness with enough evidence to take him down is cleaning toilets in Gangnam. I sent you copies of the files. We need you to testify, in person. Otherwise, he walks. His lawyers will tear apart digital evidence without a witness to authenticate it. Naomi closes her eyes. She knew this day would come. If I testify, I'm dead. Morrison has connections everywhere. He'll find me. We can protect you. You said that before. Then his people showed up at my apartment with guns. I barely escaped. This time will be different. We've built a stronger case. We just need you to come home and finish this. America isn't home anymore. I don't have a home. Then help us put Morrison away so you can build a new one, instead of hiding in someone else's cage." The line goes dead. Naomi sits on the bed, shaking. They found her. After 6 months of being careful, of staying invisible, they found her, which means Morrison's people might find her too. She needs to run. Again. Leave Seoul. Leave this house. Leave, Minjun. The thought stops her cold. When did he become the thing she doesn't want to leave? A knock on the door. "Naomi? It's Mrs. Song. Sarah C. wants you in her suite. Now." Perfect timing. Just perfect. Sarah's suite is even more luxurious than the rest of the house. White and gold everything. Like a princess castle designed by someone with too much money and not enough taste. Sarah sits at her vanity, doesn't turn around when Naomi enters, just speaks to her reflection. "I know about you." Naomi's heart stops. "Ma'am?" "Naomi Carter, Columbia MBA, former investment banker, witness to federal crimes, fugitive." Sarah finally turns, smiling triumphantly. "Did you really think you could hide here, in my house? How did you—" "I have resources, better than the FBI's apparently. Facial recognition, deep web searches, expensive investigators." She stands. "So here's what's going to happen. You're going to leave. Tonight. Disappear. And if you ever contact Minjun again, I'll turn you over to the American authorities, and to your former boss who wants you dead. Understand? You're blackmailing me. I'm protecting what's mine. Minjun is mine. This house is mine. This life is mine. And I don't share. He doesn't love you." The slap comes fast, hard. Naomi's head snaps to the side. "He doesn't need to love me. He needs to marry me. Love is irrelevant." Sarah's voice drops to a hiss. "But you're making him question things, feel things, and that's dangerous. For both of us." "So you'd rather he be miserable?" "I'd rather he be controlled. Love makes men weak, makes them make stupid choices, like protecting a criminal maid instead of honoring his family obligations. I'm not a criminal. I'm a witness. Same thing in my world." Sarah moves to her desk, pulls out an envelope. "Here's money. Enough to disappear. Take it. Leave. And everyone wins. Except Minjun. Minjun will be fine. He'll marry me, unite our families, live the life he was born to live, and eventually he'll forget you, like all men forget." Naomi looks at the envelope. Enough money to run again, to hide better this time, to stay alive. But at what cost? What if I say no? Then I make a phone call, and by tomorrow morning, you're either in FBI custody or dead in a ditch. Your choice. Naomi picks up the envelope. "You really are terrified, aren't you?" "Excuse me?" "That he might actually care about me. That he might choose something real over your political arrangement. That's why you're this desperate. Not because I'm a threat to your engagement, because I'm proof that he's capable of feeling. And if he can feel for me, it means he consciously chooses not to feel for you." Sarah's face goes white with rage. "Get out. Now. Before I change my mind about letting you leave alive." Naomi heads for the door. Stops. "You know what's sad? You'll get what you want. You'll marry him, control him, own him. But you'll never have what I had in 2 weeks. His genuine smile, his real laugh. The moment when his walls came down and he let someone see the man underneath the monster. You'll have his name, his ring, his house, but you'll never have him." She leaves before Sarah can respond. In the hallway, she leans against the wall, breathing hard, clutching the envelope. She should leave. She knows that. It's the smart choice, the safe choice. but she's so tired of running, of hiding, of sacrificing everything for survival. Maybe it's time to fight instead. That night, Naomi finds Min-jun in his private office, late, alone, working through paperwork like he does every night. He looks up, surprised. "Naomi, it's past midnight. Is everything okay?" "I need to tell you something, the truth, all of it." He sets down his pen. "I'm listening." So she tells him everything, her real name, her real life, the fraud she witnessed, the evidence she has, the FBI looking for her, Morrison's people trying to kill her, running to Seoul, taking a maid job to hide. When she finishes, he's silent for a long moment. "You've been living like this for 6 months, in constant fear?" "Yes." "And you came to my house, to a crime boss's house, to hide from criminals." The irony isn't lost on me. Naomi Carter." He stands, moves around the desk. "Do you have any idea how dangerous this is? Morrison, the FBI, now Sarah knows. You're trapped on all sides." "I know. That's why I'm leaving. Tonight. Sarah gave me money. I'm going to— No. Min-jun. No, you're not running again." He grabs her shoulders. "I won't let you." "You don't have a choice." "Yes, I do. And so do you. Stop running. Start fighting." "I can't fight this. Morrison has too much power." "So do I. More than him. More than the FBI. More than Sarah's threats." He looks into her eyes. "I can protect you. Really protect you. Not hide you. Actually fight for you." "Why would you do that? You barely know me." "Because I'm falling in love with you." The words hang in the air. Raw. Honest. Terrifying. "You can't. We can't. You're engaged. To a woman I despise. In an arrangement that benefits everyone but me. For a life I never wanted." He cups her face. "But you make me want to be more than this. More than the monster everyone fears. You make me want to be the man I could have been if I'd been free to choose." "I'm not worth starting a war over." "Yes, you are. You're worth everything." She's crying now. "If you help me, if you break your engagement, if you go after Morrison, if you fight for me, people will die. Your family, Sarah's family, maybe you. Then I'll die for something I chose, instead of living for something that was chosen for me." He kisses her forehead. "Stay. Fight with me. Let's tear down both our cages and build something new." "That's not how the world works." "Then we'll change how the world works. Together." She looks at him. This dangerous, powerful, broken man, offering her everything she's ever wanted. Freedom, protection, love. "Okay," she whispers. "Okay, I'll stay. I'll fight." He kisses her then. Deep, desperate. A kiss that tastes like freedom and feels like coming home. When they break apart, he says, "First thing tomorrow, I'm breaking the engagement. Then we're going after Morrison. Then we're dealing with Sarah. And we're doing it all together." "Min-jun, this is insane. Sanity is overrated. Trust me?" She looks into his eyes, sees the same fear, the same hope, the same desperate need for something real that she feels. "I trust you." "Then let's burn it all down and start over." They don't see Sarah standing in the shadows of the hallway. Don't see her face twisted with rage. Don't see her pull out her phone and dial a number. "Father, it's me. We have a problem, a serious one. Min-jun's planning to break the engagement. I know what it means. Yes, I understand. Do what you have to do." She hangs up, smiles coldly. If she can't have Min-jun as a willing husband, she'll have him as a dead martyr. And the maid? The maid will learn what happens to black girls who think they can steal what belongs to Yoon's Sarah. By tomorrow night, both of them will be dead, and Sarah will control everything. The attack comes the next evening. Min Jun's private dinner with the family heads, his uncle, Sarah's father, the other bosses, to officially announce breaking the engagement. Naomi's waiting in the guest wing when she hears the gunfire. Automatic weapons, multiple shooters, chaos erupting in the main dining hall. She runs toward the sound, everything in her screaming to run away, but she can't. Min Jun's in there. The hallway's full of smoke. Bodies. Min Jun's guards fighting unknown attackers. It's a war zone. She finds Jin Ho crouched behind an overturned table, gun in hand, bleeding from a shoulder wound. "What's happening?" she shouts over the gunfire. "Coup! Yun Taiwan brought men, trying to kill Min Jun before he can break the engagement." He fires 3 shots. "Get out of here!" "Where is he?" "Dining hall. But Naomi!" She's already moving, grabs a dropped gun from a dead guard. Her hands remember the self-defense training. Point. Breathe. Shoot. She bursts into the dining hall. Carnage. Min Jun is behind the overturned dining table with 3 of his men, surrounded. Yun Taiwan's forces advancing from 3 sides. Min Jun sees her. His face goes white. "Naomi, get out!" She doesn't. Instead, she flanks, gets behind Taiwan's men, starts firing. Not to kill, she's not a killer, but to distract, create chaos. It works. The attackers split attention. Min Jun's men push forward. The tide turns. 5 minutes of hell. Then silence. Bodies everywhere. Min Jun's still alive. So is Yun Taiwan, being held at gunpoint by Jin Ho. Min Jun crosses the room to Naomi, checks her for injuries. "Are you insane? You could have died." "So could you. I wasn't letting that happen." "You're a maid." "I'm an MBA with self-defense training who's tired of hiding." She's shaking with adrenaline. "And I'm done watching people I care about get hurt." He kisses her. Right there. In front of everyone. In front of the bodies. In front of Yun Taiwan and the other family heads. "I love you," he says. "And I'm breaking this engagement. Right now. Officially." He turns to Taiwan. "The alliance is over. Take your daughter. Take your men. Leave my territory. If you come back, I'll kill you. All of you." "You're starting a war," Taiwan spits. "You started it when you tried to kill me. I'm ending it." He looks at the other family heads. "Anyone else have a problem with me choosing my own life?" Silence. No one dares challenge him after what just happened. "Good. Get out. All of you. This is my house, my family, my choice." As Taiwan's men drag him away, Sarah appears in the doorway. She looks at the bodies, at Min Jun holding Naomi, at her father being defeated. "You did this," she says to Naomi. Quiet, deadly. "You destroyed everything." "No," Min Jun corrects. "You did. With your cruelty, your threats, your father's greed. This was always coming. She just gave me the courage to face it." "I'll kill you," Sarah promises. "Both of you. Slowly. Painfully. Try." Naomi steps forward, meets her eyes. "I've been threatened by Wall Street criminals, chased by FBI agents, shot at by assassins. You don't scare me anymore, Sarah. You're just a mean girl with money who never learned that cruelty doesn't equal power." Sarah lunges. Naomi sidesteps, grabs her arm, flips her onto her back with a move from her self-defense classes. Sarah lies on the ground, stunned, humiliated. "This is done," Min Jun says. Jin Ho escorts Sarah and her father off the property. They're banned, permanently. As they're dragged away, Sarah screams threats, promises of revenge, curses. No one listens. When the room clears, Min Jun and Naomi stand among the wreckage. "So," she says, "we just started a gang war and I assaulted your ex-fiancée. How are you feeling?" He laughs. Actually laughs. "Free. For the first time in my life, I'm free." We're going to have to deal with consequences. Let them come. We'll face them together. He touches her face. You saved my life tonight. You've been saving mine since I got here. Then we're even. Not even close, but it's a start. 3 days later, when things are just starting to calm down, Agent Wright calls again. Naomi, we have a problem. Morrison knows where you are. He's sending people. They'll be in Seoul within 24 hours. How did he find out? Someone tipped him off, sold your location. I don't know who, but you need to disappear. Now. She looks at Min-jun across the room. He's in a meeting with his advisors, rebuilding after the coup attempt. He looks tired, but alive. Free. I'm not running, she tells Wright. Naomi, these aren't amateurs. Morrison hired professional killers. Then they'll meet professional protection. I'm with someone who can help. The crime boss? You're trusting a Korean gangster over the FBI? I'm trusting the man who's proven he'll fight for me. What have you proven, Agent Wright? That you can't protect witnesses, that you lose evidence, that you let criminals walk. If you testify, we can end this. Fine, I'll testify, but on my terms. You come to Seoul. You take my deposition here, where I'm protected, where Morrison's people can't touch me. Then you use that to get a warrant and arrest him before I ever step foot in America. Silence. Then, I'll have to clear it with my superiors. You do that. And Agent Wright? Tell Morrison I'm done running. If he wants me, he can come to Seoul, but he won't leave alive. She hangs up, turns to find Min-jun standing in the doorway. Morrison's sending people, she says, within 24 hours. Then we have 24 hours to prepare. He crosses to her. You're sure about this? About fighting instead of hiding? I'm sure about you, about us. The rest we'll figure out. He pulls her close. Jin-ho's already setting up security, extra guards, surveillance. If Morrison's people show up, we'll be ready. This isn't your fight. Yes, it is. You're mine. That makes it my fight. He kisses her forehead. Besides, I've been wanting to expand operations into international finance. Taking down a corrupt American CEO sounds like good practice. She laughs despite the fear. You're insane. No, I'm in love. Same thing. The next 24 hours are a whirlwind. Min-jun transforms the estate into a fortress. Guards everywhere, cameras, weapons, escape routes planned. Jin-ho brings in his best people. Morrison hired the Volkov brothers, Russian mercenaries. Very expensive, very deadly. They'll come hard and fast. How many? Min-jun asks. Reports say 6, but assume more. These guys bring backup. Naomi sits at the war room table, laptop open, pulling up all the evidence files on Morrison. Financial records, wire transfers, emails, everything. If I'm going down, she says, I'm taking him with me. Agent Wright's flying in tomorrow to take my deposition. Once that's done, Morrison has nothing to gain from killing me. The evidence is already out there. Unless he wants revenge, Jin-ho points out. Then he'll have to go through me, Min-jun says coldly. And I don't lose. Mrs. Song appears with tea. She's been crying. Sir, maybe Naomi should leave. Go somewhere safe. Nowhere's safe if Morrison wants her dead, Naomi says gently. Better to make a stand here, with people I trust. But you're just a... Mrs. Song stops. I suppose you were never just a maid, were you? No, but I was always just trying to survive, like everyone else. Naomi takes her hand. Thank you for being kind to me, for treating me like family. You are family now. The master loves you. We all see it. Mrs. Song squeezes her hand. So you stay alive, you fight, you win. Understand? Yes, ma'am. After she leaves, Min-jun spreads maps across the table. They'll come at night, probably hit multiple entry points simultaneously. We need to funnel them into kill zones. No, Naomi interrupts. No killing if we can avoid it. Naomi, these are professional assassins. I know, but I'm not becoming a killer to stop one. We defend. We capture if possible. We kill only if necessary. Jin-ho looks at Min-jun. Boss, she's asking us to fight with one hand tied. She's asking us to be better than the monsters we're fighting. Min-jun meets Naomi's eyes. Okay, we do it your way. Defend and capture. Kill only as last resort. Thank you. Don't thank me yet. There's a good chance we all die tonight. Then at least we'll die as good people trying, not monsters succeeding. He pulls her aside privately. If this goes wrong, if they get through, Jin-ho has an escape route. Underground tunnel to a safe house. You run. Don't look back. I'm not leaving you. Yes, you are. Because one of us needs to survive to finish this. To make sure Morrison pays. Promise me. She wants to argue, but she sees the fear in his eyes. Not for himself. For her. I promise. But only if you promise the same. If it's me they get through to, you run. Deal. He kisses her. Deep. Desperate. Like it might be the last time. I love you, Naomi Carter. Former investment banker. Current revolutionary. Future love of my life. I love you too, Kang Min-jun. Crime boss with a conscience. Man who chose freedom. Future. Everything. They hold each other as darkness falls. Outside, 6 heavily armed men approach the estate perimeter. The battle's about to begin. 11 p.m. Motion sensors trigger. The Russians are here. 6 men, just like intelligence reported. But they're good. Military precision. Thermal imaging to spot guards. Silenced weapons for quiet kills. They breach the perimeter in 3 places simultaneously. Alpha team at the front gate. Bravo at the east wall. Charlie at the service entrance. Min-jun's people engage immediately. Gunfire lights up the night. But the Russians push through. Too skilled. Too equipped. They're overwhelming the outer defenses. Fall back to secondary. Positions, Jin-ho orders through comms. Draw them in. Stick to the plan. The guards retreat strategically, not running, leading, pulling the Russians deeper into the estate, into prepared positions, into the trap. Naomi's in the panic room with Mrs. Song and 2 guards, watching monitors, counting enemies, tracking movements. They're inside, one guard says. Main house, 3 of them. Where's Min-jun? Naomi demands. West wing, holding position with Jin-ho and 4 others. And the other 3 Russians? Lost visual. Could be anywhere. Naomi's instincts scream. They're flanking, going for Min-jun's position from behind. How do you know? Because that's what I'd do. They're not just trying to kill us. They're trying to kill him. Decapitate the leadership. Create chaos. She grabs a radio. Min-jun, 3 hostiles unaccounted for, possibly flanking your position. Copy. We're... Explosion. Gunfire. His line goes dead. No! Naomi runs for the door. Miss! Chen! You can't! He needs help! She grabs a weapon from the guard. Stay here. Protect Mrs. Song. She's out the door before they can stop her. The house is a war zone. Smoke. Darkness. Bodies. She moves through it like she's back in her self-defense classes. Focused. Controlled. Terrified, but functioning. West wing. She hears fighting. Finds Min-jun pinned down with Jin-ho and 2 guards. 3 Russians advancing on their position. Naomi flanks. Gets behind the Russians. Hey! They turn. She fires. Not to kill. At their legs. Their weapons. Creating chaos. Min-jun uses the distraction. Charges. Hand-to-hand combat. He's brutal. Efficient. takes down 2 Russians in seconds. The third one grabs Naomi, gun to her head. "Stop, or she dies!" Minjun freezes, gun aimed, but he can't shoot without hitting Naomi. "Drop it," the Russian commands in accented English. "Drop gun, or I kill her now." Minjun slowly lowers his weapon. "Let her go. Take me instead." "No deal. She's the target. You're just bonus." "Then shoot me first. Give her a chance to run." "Minjun, no!" Naomi moves, drops her weight, twists, uses the Russian's grip against him. It's the same move she used on Sarah, but this time the stakes are life and death. The Russian's gun goes off. The bullet misses. Naomi's elbow hits his throat. He staggers. Minjun shoots. Clean. Professional. The Russian goes down. Silence. Naomi's shaking. Is he? You saved his life, Minjun says, pulling her close. You saved mine. Again. Jinho's on the radio. We got the other 3. Captured 2 alive. 1 dead. Russians are neutralized. Casualties? Minjun asks. 2 guards injured. None dead. We got lucky, boss. Not luck. Planning. Minjun looks at Naomi. And this insane woman running into a firefight to save me. Couldn't let you die. I kind of like you. Kind of? Okay, more than kind of. They're still holding each other when police sirens wail outside. Lots of them. That's Detective Kim, Jinho says. I called him. Figured having police here when we capture international assassins would help our story. Smart thinking. As police flood the estate, Minjun pulls Naomi into a private room. You're incredible. You know that? I'm terrified. There's a difference. No. You were terrified, and you still fought. That's courage. He kisses her. Morrison's people failed. You're safe now. Until he sends more. He won't. Because tomorrow, you're giving that deposition. And the day after, the FBI is arresting him. And this nightmare ends. Do nightmares ever really end for people like us? I don't know. But we'll find out together. Agent Wright arrives the next morning with a full FBI team. Legal recorders, cameras, the works. Naomi sits across from him in Minjun's office. Minjun beside her. Jinho standing guard. This is highly irregular, Wright says. Deposing a witness in a crime boss's house. It's this, or nothing, Naomi says firmly. I'm done playing by rules that don't protect me. You want my testimony? These are my terms. Fine, let's begin. Wright starts the recording. Please state your name for the record. Naomi Carter, former Vice President of Analytics at Morrison Investments. For 3 hours, she tells everything. The fraud schemes, the false reports, the money laundering, Morrison's threats, the evidence she collected. All of it recorded. Official. Admissible in court. When she finishes, Wright leans back. This is enough. With these files and your testimony, we can get warrants. Freeze his assets. Arrest him by end of week. What about my safety? Morrison will be in custody. His organization will collapse. You'll be safe. I want witness protection, new identity, clean slate. Wright looks at Minjun. For both of you? No, Naomi says before Minjun can answer. Just me. He's staying here, running his business, living his life. Naomi. Minjun starts. We can't both disappear, and your life is here, your family, your people. I won't ask you to give that up. Then I'll come with you, leave everything. And become what? A protected witness's boyfriend in suburban America? You'd hate it. You'd resent me. Eventually, you'd leave. She takes his hand. I love you too much to trap you. So you're choosing witness protection over us? I'm choosing to keep you alive. Morrison might go down, but his connections won't. They'll come for you to get to me. unless I disappear completely. Wright watches this exchange uncomfortably. I'll give you two a moment. He leaves. Min-jun pulls Naomi close. This can't be how it ends. I just found you. And I just found me. The real me. Not the scared woman hiding in a maid's uniform. The fighter. The survivor. The woman who stands up. She touches his face. You gave me that. You showed me I could be strong. You were always strong. I just gave you a safe place to show it. Then let me use that strength to do the right thing. Testify. Help put Morrison away. Start fresh somewhere new. Without me. For now. But maybe not forever. Once things calm down. Once the trials are over. Once we're both truly free. She smiles through tears. Maybe we find each other again. That's a very uncertain maybe. Everything about us has been uncertain, and it was still the most real thing I've ever felt. He kisses her. Slow. Tender. Memorizing every second. I'll wait, he promises. However long it takes, I'll wait. Don't wait. Live. Be the man you wanted to be. Free from obligations. Free from cages. Free to choose. I choose you. Then choose me by letting me go. 3 days later. New York City. FBI raids Morrison Investments. Richard Morrison's in his corner office when agents burst in. Richard Morrison, you're under arrest for securities fraud, money laundering, conspiracy. This is ridiculous. Your lawyers can meet you. At the federal building. Agent Wright personally cuffs him. Naomi Carter sends her regards. Morrison's face goes white. That bitch testified? That brave woman destroyed you. Enjoy the next 20 years in federal prison. As they perp walk Morrison out of his building, past employees and media cameras, Wright allows himself a small smile. Justice. Finally. His phone buzzes. A text from Naomi's burner. Thank you for everything. Tell him I'm sorry it took so long. He texts back. He's in custody. You're free. Where will you go? Somewhere I can rebuild. Somewhere safe. Somewhere I can learn who Naomi Carter really is. Good luck. You too, Agent Wright. Thanks for not giving up on me. The phone goes dark. Number disconnected. She's in the wind. Protected. Safe. Wright looks at Morrison being shoved into the FBI van and thinks, sometimes the good guys win. Not often, but sometimes. Seoul, South Korea. Min-jun sits in his office. Same desk, same house, different life. He kept his promise. Broke free from the criminal empire. Used his legitimate businesses to go straight. Hotels, real estate, security. All legal now. It wasn't easy. Some of his father's old associates fought him. Jin-ho stood by his side. Together, they built something new. Something clean. Boss, Jin-ho enters. Still calls him boss even though they're partners now. Meeting with the Singapore investors in an hour. Cancel it. Sir? Cancel everything today. Min-jun stands, looks out the window at Seoul. I need to go somewhere. Where? The airport. Someone's arriving. Jin-ho's eyes widen. She's coming back. I don't know. Maybe. Probably not. But I promised I'd wait. So I'll wait. At the airport. Where we first truly met when I picked her up that day. That's insane. She could be anywhere. Then I'll wait at the airport every day until she shows up. Or until I accept she's not coming. But not today. Today, I hope. He goes to Incheon Airport. International arrivals. Stands where he can see everyone coming through customs. Hours pass. No Naomi. He stays anyway. More hours. Still nothing. Jin-ho texts. Boss, it's been 6 hours. Maybe tomorrow? He's about to leave when he sees her. Different hair, shorter, natural curls free, different clothes, jeans, t-shirt, leather jacket, different name, probably, different life, but same eyes, same smile, Same way of walking like she owns the space she's in. Naomi Carter. His Naomi. She sees him, stops, smiles. He crosses the terminal. She meets him halfway. Hi, she says. Hi yourself. You're alive. So are you. I've been following the news. Legitimate businessman now? Quite the career change. Seemed like a good idea. Someone once told me I could be more than my circumstances. Smart woman. The smartest. I've been waiting for her. A whole year. That's a long time. I told you. However long it takes. He touches her face gently. Are you staying? Or just passing through? Depends. Do you have any openings? I'm looking for work. Former investment banker. Recently cleared of all charges. Stellar references from the FBI. What kind of work? Something meaningful. Maybe CFO of a growing legitimate business empire? Someone who needs financial expertise and can handle international operations? That's a very specific job description. I'm a very specific woman, who's very specifically in love with a very specific reformed crime boss. Reformed. I like that. Do you like it enough to hire me? Fair warning, I'm expensive and demanding, and I'll expect benefits. What kind of benefits? The kind where you kiss me right now in the middle of this airport and show me you meant everything you said a year ago. He does. Kisses her in front of thousands of travelers. A public declaration. No more hiding. No more running. Just two people choosing each other despite everything. When they break apart, she's crying. I'm free. Really free. Morrison's in prison. My identity's clean. I can actually live now. Then live with me. Build something with me. Something real. Something ours. That's a big commitment. I'm a big commitment kind of guy. At least, I am now. You changed me. You changed me too. Showed me I could fight, could stand, could be strong. So is that a yes? To the job? To us? It's a yes to everything. Job, us, life, future, all of it. They walk out of the airport together, hand in hand. Two survivors who became fighters. Two prisoners who chose freedom. Two people who found love in the most unexpected place. Behind them, Mrs. Song waits at the car, sees Naomi, bursts into tears of joy. You came back. You really came back. Of course I did. Your family. And she is. They all are. This strange, broken, beautiful family they built from chaos. Minjun opens the car door for her. Ready to go home? Naomi looks at the man she loves, the life waiting for her, the freedom she fought for. Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go home. If you made it to the end, drop a massive, like if a black maid destroying an evil Korean fiancé and conquering a Mafia empire hits different. Real question. Would you have stayed and fought or taken the witness protection and run? Drop your answer below. Subscribe to Soul Heart Stories, because tomorrow we've got a Ghanaian doctor who discovers her patient is the Korean CEO who ghosted her 5 years ago. And now he needs a heart transplant only she can perform. Where you watching from? Comment your location. This is Soul Heart Stories, where maids become queens, crime bosses find redemption, and love conquers everything. Stay blessed, fam.